Size RC out here at the Avon Park Field. Well, I snuck one in on you. This is the ME BF-109 from DYNAM. FPV Builds and Tech sent it out to me for a review, like he did with the Beaver. Okay, right, left, up, down, right, left, and he sent both of them at the same time. But the other one started putting it together, and the rudder servo was bad, and one of the gears was bad, and I called him, and he said, okay. He said, I'm going to send you a shipping label, pack it up, and I'm going to go ahead and put a new one in the mail for you that day. And he did. I got that one. He said, but hold on to the new one, get it together. He said, that way, if you have any problems, he said, you got parts. He said, then just send the old one back to me. And that's exactly, and I understand something about FPV Builds and Tech. Those DYNAM planes, that entire inventory, he's not fishing them through DYNAM and DYNAM, he's just a retail. No, he owns that entire inventory. So he has say on what he can do and what kind of business he can run. And I said, I got problems, I documented, I showed him, and he said, let me send you out a new one. So that's the kind of person you're dealing with when you have a plane. Now, this plane, I didn't want to film it as far as putting it together and everything, because I just wasn't sure. I just want to make sure everything went right, and it went together like an E-flight plane or an Aeros plane. I had absolutely zero problem with it, other than the Y that controlled the gear was bad. The Y they supplied was bad. I put another Y in it, and now I'm not having any real issues with them. All right, got a Limit RX stability receiver in there, flying 100% throws or 30% expo, and you know what? I didn't do a time on my flaps, okay? But I'll be honest, as light as these DYNAM planes are, you really don't even necessarily need flaps. They fly pretty good with flaps down. All right, I'm running a 3300 4S in there, shoved all the way forward. Let me show you CG on the plane. I want to say it's 65 to 75 millimeters back, which puts it, and you see these plastic doublers, you put it right back to 3/4 of the way back, and that's where it's at. And she CG's pretty good right there, and it's directly behind the wheel well. And so there you go. Real quick, let me make sure everything's good in here. Okay. All right. Like I said, the Y was bad. All right, so that's good. Let's take her up. Let's get a maiden in the books.
Motor armed. Be careful.
Right, left, up, down, right, left. All right, get her turned around here. It's windy. It is windy. Now, the BF-109, ME BF-109 has a bad tendency to want to nose over, and so you got to land it with a little bit of speed and keep them straight. You land it like you would an F-16, just not a high alpha. You want to land nice and straight, and well, you want to land nice and straight on anything, but keep up the prop going and drive the plane. Let that tail come down naturally.
Gear is up.
Okay. Definitely needs some down elevator. Yeah, it's windy.
4 minutes.
Alright, she needed using a left aileron. Got a gear coming down on its own. It's a good looking plane.
Retracts deployed.
Yeah, landing there's going to be fun. With crosswind. Whoa.
Prop secured.
Ah.
To approach.
Yeah, it's gusty and unpredictable right now. Yeah, it works. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can't improve upon that.
Be careful.
But DYNAM planes, you got to put some work in.
3 minutes.
Okay, you got to put some work into them. They sometimes, I mean, they may be perfectly bench trim and everything looks great, but then when you get her in the air, they're all over the place. So you do have to sometimes spend some time getting her trimmed out properly, which is, you should that with any plane. But there again, a DYNAM plane is usually a third less in cost than their comparable E-Flight or FMS plane. Okay, left, up, down, right, left. She went together really well.
Gear is up.
It's almost like a DYNAM plane almost has to get broke in, if that makes any sense at all. Keep having that one gear keeps wanting to come down. I think there's a sequencer in there that's not good, so I'll have to see if by getting that replaced.
Deployed.
Yeah, because they're coming down correctly. Well, she seems to be.
Remaining 2 minutes.
It is awfully windy. I don't even want to try flaps right now. Hold on, let me go around. All right, we're on the runway. Okay, let's get turned around here. Let's check our battery. It is really way too windy today to be maidening this light of a plane. Now, if this was a jet and has a lot of punch and a lot more weight, then the wind wouldn't really matter. But you gotta remember, DYNAM planes weigh nothing. They're super, super light. They look great too. Fly really good once you get them trimmed out.
Prop secured.
Evidence in my Focke-Wulf 190, my Hellcat, the Beaver, fly amazing. You just have to get them trimmed out. Once they're trimmed out, good shape. We still had a minute left on a 5-minute timer, but this, like I said, this is the Maiden. All I've done is give it a clear coat, and I put the antenna mod that I do, where I poke a hole through there and pull that up. That way I've got something to grab a hold of the hatch with. Let's see how much juice is left in the tank. Still got 80% left, but we're gonna call it quits there. And want to see if I work on that gear a little bit, because I think the sequencer might be. But hey, working okay. All right, let's take. You know what? Let's take her up one more time. Take it one more time, just for giggles.
Motor armed. Be careful.
Make it short. Okay.
Time remaining 1 minute. Gear is up. Retracts deployed.
All right, you drive it back. Like I say, they're just so light. You want to be on a much calmer day to do a Maiden. Like I say, this is the first time I have ever flown this plane, and the wind is really having its way. I didn't even want to try flaps today. Good looking plane, but like I say, with the DYNAM, you got to put some work in. Now that's how you think, well, that gear's kind of leaning. Now that's how it's supposed to look. That's how the real plane looks.
Secured. Safe to approach.
There you go. Well, folks, that is the DYNAM ME BF-109. Okay. Gear's fine. And that's a good looking plane, isn't it? Folks, thank you for watching. Thank you, FPV Builds and Tech up in Babylon, New York, or West Babylon, New York. Thank you for sending the plane out. It's a good looking plane. I just got to get a little more trim work on her, and make sure the gears seem to be working just fine. It's when I'm in flight, one will come down and go back up every so often. So that makes me think there's a sequencer in there somewhere I didn't see. But other than that, she's flying great. I just got to get a little more trim, and I need to come out on a calm day. So a calm day, we'll come back and we'll do a Maiden 2.0. Y'all have a good one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. God bless you, and don't forget faith, family, and friends, and then German warbirds. God is good. Bye-bye.